Welcome WolfTheWolfettes. We are back with the brilliant House Flipper on the PlayStation 5 and I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day. Now today once again we're going to be focusing on doing some of the brand new garden flipper jobs on the laptop, and in the next video I'm going to purchase a brand new property and we're going to start building the BwolfTheWolf subscriber house. So once again, as I've mentioned in the last two videos, if you want a room in my brand new house, make sure you go to my YouTube community section, reply to the post I made there letting me know if you want a room and what you want your room to look like. And also let me know in the comment section below what I should name my brand new property, because we can't call it the BwolfTheWolf subscriber house because that sounds extremely lame. We need a really cool name for it. Sort of like those YouTubers and TikTokers that all live together and they've got that like random cool name for their house, don't they? We need something like that, so let me know below because I've got no bloody idea what we should call it. But let's get straight into the video. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a few more jobs for random people. Hopefully we can learn how to do a few more things because I've never played Garden Flipper, so I don't really know how to do all of the different things like with flowers and so on and so forth. So maybe doing some of these missions will teach me what to do. But let's have a look then. I think we've got about 4 missions finished so far, so there shouldn't be too many left. I don't know how many brand new ones they added to the game with the Garden Flipper DLC. Hopefully not just one more, because if we've only got one more to do, then I might as well buy the house in this video, to be honest. Right, John Walker. Substrates for liquors instead of flowers. That's not liquors, is it? Liqueurs? I'm probably reading that very wrong. Hi there. Mummy left for a few months. When she returns, I will tell her that the flowers, unfortunately, rotted because I watered them too often. yeah, I'm sure she'll believe you. In the meantime, you have to cut them out and plant my favourite plants. Quinces, wine grapes, etc. You can leave the flowers that are at the front of the house so that she won't notice anything when she returns. All of her flowers from the backyard have to disappear. That's my spot. Hope you can do that, can't you? See ya. I feel like a kid sent me this email, or I was just reading it very, very badly. I'm not very good at reading out loud. I've said this many times. Thanks to the many years that I've been on YouTube, I've actually got a lot better at it, but I've always been terrible at reading out loud. I can read like an absolute legend in my head, but the second I start saying it out loud, I start reading like a 2-year-old. I'm just a lot better at it now thanks to YouTube though, so hopefully I read that alright. But it did sound like a kid sent me that email. How's that kid going to pay me? Because if that kid did send me an email because he forgot to water his mother's flowers and they've died, he better be paying me. And if so, how much is he going to pay me? Right, garden, 787 metres squared. We need to remove the weeds. We need to place plants, medium cherry, medium pear, medium plum. So he doesn't want plants, he wants me to plant a bunch of trees pretty much. A cherry tree, a pear tree and a plum tree. My neighbours used to have a plum tree, but then when they moved away and the new neighbours moved in, they cut the tree down. But oh my god, they were some delicious plums. You know those nice little like oval shaped purple plums you can get on the trees. Very nice. Right. Let's get to work then. There we go. That's all of the weeds removed. Now let's get cutting the grass. I don't think we need to use the lawnmower for this because it's only a small little area of grass anyway. Make sure I get every bit. Man, I do like cutting the grass in this game. It's just very, very relaxing. I mean, I don't mind cutting grass in real life, but it's a little bit more painful in real life, mostly because if Sammy has taken a dump in the garden and I don't know where she's taken a dump, so it's not been able to have been cleaned up, then whilst I'm lawnmowering, I get a very nasty surprise. So it's not always that relaxing cutting my grass, and also because I've got an apple tree in my garden, when I'm cutting the grass in like probably around about August and September, a lot of the apples have fallen off the tree, and yeah, they like to randomly go into the lawnmower and then get flung through the air. And sometimes you do take an apple to the face and it's not exactly soft. So yeah, cutting my grass is a bit of a flipping nightmare actually. Remove weeds. Man, he wants me to do quite a lot of work actually. If this is the final mission, it's actually going to take a while. These flipping weeds right here are really ugly looking. You'd think they'd look nice because of the purple flowers that grow on them, but they don't. I get them quite a lot in my garden. Very disgusting. But it's the only way you're going to get those dirty flowers is if you don't bother to de-weed the garden. It takes a while for them to start flowering. There's probably one more somewhere. There we go. It's annoying because there's also weeds over here and I feel like I need to get rid of them. Oh no, I do need to get rid of them. Okay, I thought I was just doing it like free work, but no, I do need to get rid of them. Okay, let's get these flowers planted. This is going to take a while because there's a lot of things we need to plant and then you've got to dig the holes obviously and all that good stuff, so this is going to take a while. Oh, can we fit another one? Oh, that's not going to be spaced out nicely, is it? Right, we're going to have to put another one over this side. So is this a pretty much a vine that grows grapes? Very nice. Okay. Just going to dig all the holes first and then we'll plant all of these vines. I don't know, as I'm digging this soil and the kinds of sands that are coming from the TV, I feel like the soil in this, the mud in this garden is just very like dry. It doesn't seem very moist, does it? That's probably why I have to water every single flower in this bloody game, because the soil is just so dry. Also, another thing I've bloody noticed, right? Look at this. This is perfectly healthy, this plant. But the second that I put it in the dirt, watch it change colour. Right, ready? Look, it's perfectly green. I don't think it changed at all. Let's just make sure. Yeah, see? Perfectly green. Perfectly green. Perfectly green. Perfectly green. You'll notice it more with like bushes and stuff. But look, all nicely green. And then the second I plant it in this very dry soil, watch what happens to the plant. You don't really notice it very much with these. Oh no, you do notice it. Oh no. Oh no, it's a bit different with these ones. They started off looking a bit dead. With some of the bushes that I've been buying and then planting, they've looked perfectly green, and then the second that I bury them in the soil, it's like the soil suddenly murders them and I have to water them. These ones are a bit different. They actually started off looking pretty dead, but yeah, the bushes, they start off looking perfectly fine until you plant them and then they look dead. Unless I was just imagining things. I think it was in part, I think you saw it in part 1 of this playthrough actually, when I was doing all of the gravel and the bushes in that garden for the dentist. But the bushes were like perfectly green, then I planted them and they went black, and I had to water them. Like the soil was made of some sort of death and decay. Very nice, man. We've got probably one of the most fantastic garden hoses known to mankind, because this bad boy doesn't even need to be connected to a tap. It just pulls water out of thin air and then shoots it. Like, this is one of the greatest devices ever made. Like, we've been sending billions of pounds to Africa for so many years trying to save the people of Africa because they've got no like drinking water. Why the hell haven't we just sent them one of these bad boys? Because it shoots perfectly drinkable water out of thin air. You don't even have to connect it to a garden tap. Look, we ain't connected to anything. I mean, my character doesn't even have feet, but look, there's no garden hose or anything. This is just like a magical hose with infinity amounts of water. Get some of these bad boys and send it to Africa. That's what we need to do. All those billions of pounds we've sent there, we could have just developed one of these bad boys. Frozen District are ahead of their time, aren't they? Way ahead of their time. We've got a few more weeds we need to get rid of now. I thought he told me he doesn't want me to do anything in the front of the house. Because I feel like that was a bit of a porky. Oh, there's a few more stinging nettles over here. Bloody things. Oh, this is a whole new area. So pretty much I've got to do the entire garden for him. We've got to do all the bloody work. I don't see any more. I need to get that skill that shows weeds on the minimap. I'm going to have to cut that one bit of grass. Hang on a minute. Oh, that counted as a weed. Oops. Oh shit. Oh, his mum's going to be livid now. That was close. Does anyone see any weeds? Let me know in the comments. I don't see no weeds. Oh, hang on. Nope. Oh crap, I'm stuck. Huh. Just running over his mum's flowers. Have I got any skill points? Oh yeah, oh we've got 2. Oh, there we go. Weeds are visible on the minimap. I mean, are they? I don't think they are. I think you might be telling lies to me. I don't actually know where he wants me. It's got to be over here somewhere, ain't it? Right, let's just start planting some of these trees. Right, we need 2 cherry trees. Look at these big bad boys. He's going to have to pay me a lot of money because I'm using a lot of money buying all of these flowers and trees and stuff. So he better cough up the money after that like 10-year-old kid. Okay. And some delicious plum trees. There we go. I don't feel like I'm saying much in this video. I feel like I keep going quiet. I do, sorry about that. I do apologise. It's one of those days where you've got a lot on your mind, you know, and then you're not really fully focused. I do apologise. I'll tell you, when I eventually get my own house, my own property and that, a house that I actually own where I'm like paying off a mortgage and that, the time will come. Just going to have to keep saving for the next 50 million years. But the time will come. When it does come, I will definitely buy a property with a garden. And I've already mentioned this, I think the first time I played House Flipper, but I've already said that if I do buy my own property, that I will decorate all of it and do it all up, renovate everything myself, because I don't really want to hire anyone, and I can do most jobs myself. I know how to do most things. There will be a few things I'll need to hire someone for that I don't know how to do. Probably like an electrician for that kind of stuff, like wiring and all that. But I could do most things myself, and I'm definitely going to record it, make like a whole series of it. And I'll definitely go out in the garden. We'll do some bloody gardening as well, because that'd be pretty damn good, wouldn't it? I think that'd be enjoyable. Obviously, it would be pretty funny as well because if I'm out in the garden planting like flowers and stuff and trees and all this other good stuff, I'm going to be doing it in the summer because I'm not going to do it in the winter when it's cold and wet and just gloomy outside. I'm going to do it in the summer or spring. And there's going to be like 50 million wasps and bees just giving me grief. So I'll tell you right now, if it ever does happen and I'm still doing YouTube when I get my own property and I start making a beautiful garden, I'm telling you right now, it will be a funny video because I know for a fact I'm going to spend about 90% of the video screaming because of bees and wasps. And then also anything that just flies near me and sounds like a bee. So even if just like a normal bloody fly comes near me, a blue bottle or something, they've got very loud buzzes and they sound very much like a bloody bee. So even if it's not a bee, I'm going to spend most of my time running just when a fly goes past my ear. And then mosquitoes, I don't really get those around here, but they've got like a very weird buzzy noise, isn't they? Where the flipping hell are these final few weeds? I'll probably run past them like 20 times and people are screaming at me in the comments section. Like, BwolfTheWolf, you blind piece of shit. Where the flipping hell are they? Should we water all the other flowers just to be nice? I'm going to charge him, obviously. Even though I'm not actually paying for the water I'm using right now, I am going to charge him for water consumption. They're probably like right amongst all of these flowers, aren't they? Nothing looks like a weed. Is that a weed? No. These flipping flowers, I think they're made of stone. Because every time I walk on them, I get stuck. They don't move how a flower would move. Oh, hang on, what was that? I think this counts as another area. Well, you can see they're hiding the weeds amongst the normal flowers. That's what's causing me problems. I suppose I could just click everything. I just don't want to accidentally start picking up flowers. Look at the state of this garden. I mean, I don't know how long your mum's been away, but I'm telling you right now, she hasn't been looking after the garden. Because for your garden to have this many weeds and for them to have flowered and everything, your mum definitely hasn't been looking after the garden. So if she comes back from her flipping vacation or whatever the bloody hell she's been doing, and she starts complaining about the garden, you could simply walk up to her and say, look, fuck off, mum, right? You didn't even look after your garden. There was like a metric ton of weeds out there, and most things were dead already. And then weeds also steal nutrients and other stuff from the other flowers in the area. So, nah, mate, nah. You should be going through all this effort, mate. Your mum clearly didn't look after her garden. This is some bullshit. There's always like one weed that's missing. And even these little pink flowers right here look like a weed. Oh no, apparently I've picked it up. Okay. Right, I'm going to come back down here and we're just going to have to click everywhere, I suppose. And just hope for the best. The good thing is they vanish in one click, so if you click them, they're going to instantly vanish. Whereas the things that you need to pick up, you've got to hold down the button. So just keep spamming that R2, I guess. I don't want to finish the job on like flipping 99% because that will aggravate me. Unless it's just gone wrong. Oh well. Oh, hang on. There's a weed appearing on the mini-map. Ah. Does that count as this area over here for some weird reason? Yeah, it does. So what the... Okay. That's probably why I was having a bit of trouble then. I thought the weed was around here. So the weeds do appear on the mini-map. Okay, good. Right, now we just got to finish up this area here. Bloody hell, mate. This has been like a whole video, this one. Oh, it wants me to plant some cornus mass. No idea what the hell that says. Chenomels? And some ribs. Some ribs. Or ribes. Probably ribes, ain't it? Because there's an E there. That makes the I sound. So yeah, ribes. Oh, no. Wrong button. Wrong bloody button. Okay. Let's get some red currants. I need 3 of these bad boys. Lovely. And we need 3 of these bad boys. Oh, that's a very, very fluffy bush. Okay. And we need 2 trees. Fuck me. Can you even buy a tree of this size? I know you can buy somewhat largish trees, but not with a trunk this big. No, you can't buy a tree that big, can you? Not in a bloody flower pot, at least. You have to cut off all the roots. You kill the bloody thing. I suppose they can regrow their roots, maybe, but nah, bloody hell. But you can buy like smaller trees than that, but not this bloody big. I don't think you can anyway. Right. I might have cramped these up a little bit too much. There we go. I should have probably done one at a time. Those little tips won't shut up, will they? You can now put the plant in the hole. The hole is now dug. So can I put the flower in quicker, or do I have to dig a hole this big? Because the second I just dig it once, it tells me I could put the flower in, so I don't know. There we go. Now to use my insanely large arms and hands to scoop all of the soil in just one fell swoop. You're a brave man to do that, because you don't know what kinds of creepy crawlies could be hiding amongst that soil. Especially wood lice. Now wood lice are fun, ain't they? I love it how wood lice just roll up into little balls. It's flipping funny, ain't it? The second you touch them, they roll up into these little balls. I think Bug's Life was the film that made me like wood lice. Alright. There we go. Sweet. Income, £1,550.58p. Well, either this kid, if it was a kid that emailed me, I don't know if it was just how I was reading it, but either this kid has a very, very good bloody paper hand, or he's pretty much just told me to do the job, but he's going to make his own mum pay for it. So even though he messed up by not watering the flowers, despite his mum not caring for the garden anyway because there was bloody weeds everywhere, she still had to pay for his mess ups anyway. Jesus, I mean, with a house like this, she's probably got the bloody money. 1,550 probably isn't much money. I mean, this does look, I mean, it is just a bungalow, I suppose, so maybe not as fancy as I thought. For some reason, I thought it had 2 stories. Oh well, can I go in here? No, of course they're not going to let me in. I wonder if he's looking at... No, he's put the blinds down as well, but they're slightly open, so just like the dentist, he's definitely been peeking out the window watching me do the work. Right, let's end the job then. 100% complete. Right, I guess we'll find out now if there's any more garden jobs to do. That might be the final one. We've only got about 5 minutes left because that took a very long time. So I suppose I could spend the last few minutes of this video actually looking at the properties and stuff, because I don't actually know what new properties have been added to the game. I don't know how many new garden flipper properties there are, but preferably I'd like to buy the biggest one, because depending on how many people reply on the community tab, I might need a huge house. Originally I did want to use this house right here, because this house is flipping humongous. You've also got a basement as well, and the garden area is huge, but because of the snow, whenever you make anything out here, it automatically gets covered in snow, so it fits the snowy theme, and I don't really want that. I want to have like a nice, bright, sunny looking garden, you know, with all flowers showing. I don't want snow and everything, so that's the main reason why I'm not using this house right here. But this one would have been the perfect one, because you can see it's flipping huge, and it's also got a very large basement as well, so this would have been the perfect house, but because of the snow I can't do it. I have to have a look though. Oh, there is some new ones. Alright, well, we'll have a look at this one then. I don't know how long these are going to take. I'll do some of it. Maybe we'll finish it up in the next video. Sarah Lewis. Put my garden in order. Why, has it been naughty? Do I have to go and tell it off? Hello again. Sadly, my business trip takes longer than I expected. I should be back home by the end of the week. I just need some rest when I get back, and I think that mess in my garden might make me nervous. I want to hire your company again to put my garden in order. Oh, and please take care of the lawn. It hasn't been mowed in ages. Regards, Sandra Lewis. Sarah Lewis, Sandra Lewis. A fucking new name, isn't she? Well, what's your bloody name then? I feel like she's done that on purpose, ain't she? She flipping did that on purpose. You know why she did that? Because when I write the bill, I'll write the wrong bloody name on it, and then when she can, when I ring up to complain that she ain't paid, she'd be like, "Well, this bill is for Sandra Lewis. I'm Sarah Lewis." I know your game, dear. All right, well, this ain't gonna be too bad. I mean, finding the weeds will be a bit of a nightmare. Right, let's get me fucking bad boy lawnmower out with the dodgy controls. Oops. Right, what was it? R1. R1 and cross. Yeah, R1 and cross. R1 is to make it move and cross is to make it cut. Or X, I should say. Oh, well, this is a very easy mission. Oh, look, we also get to cut down the weeds as well. Sweet. I like how all of the trees and that become pretty much non-existent, so it's very easy to mow the lawn. They should have left them there to make it more challenging. I am leaving little bits of grass behind, I do apologise. I'll make sure I get all of those with the brush cutter. Or the hedge trimmer, as I would call it. Oh mate, this is satisfying. If only it was this easy to cut grass in real life. You know, by now your lawnmower would have like clogged up like 25 times and you'd have to flip it over to get like a clump of grass that's stuck in the bloody blades out. Especially if the grass is slightly moist. Bloody nightmare. And normally you have like something on the back that catches all of the grass. So then that way it doesn't get left all over the lawn and then you have to like rake it up. But then you have to keep on emptying them, obviously. Flipping hell, man. I mean, I don't mind missions like this. This is the kind of mission you should give to like a local teenager. A local teenager would do this. You can pay him like, I don't know, depending. I mean, with this amount of grass and how long it would take in real life, I reckon you probably want to pay him about 20 quid. But yeah, this is the kind of job you want to give to a kid, not me. You need to hire me for this job. Give it to a teenager that wants to save up for his PlayStation 5 or his Xbox Series X or his Nintendo Switch Pro whenever they decide to announce that. There are rumours that Nintendo are going to make like a Pro console, which is absolutely hilarious because Nintendo give zero fucks about any sort of power whatsoever. Their flipping consoles are so bloody weak, it aggravates me beyond all measures of flipping measurements. It just really pisses me off. I wish Nintendo would just care more about the power, and I wish they'd care more about their online. Like, they make great games and that, but everything else about the Nintendo is arse. And they're also very, very anti-consumer of a lot of the shit they do. They really don't give a crap about their community. Like Microsoft and Sony, they care a bit for a company, that is, but Nintendo, I don't know, Nintendo do a lot of stuff, especially with fan-made things. I mean, you saw how they used to behave with YouTube back when you needed to join their stupid creator program, and it wasn't even available in the bloody United Kingdom, which was just weird. Oh man, Nintendo annoying me, but supposedly they're making a Pro console, so that's something that a lot of you Nintendo fans may be a fan of. I'm a fan of it because it'll be a more strong console, but their Pro is probably going to be as strong as like a PS4. Because the Switch is about Xbox One original, maybe. Oh, I don't know. There. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, it looks like we've got this job done in 10 seconds. 310 quid, mate. You should have definitely hired the local teens. 310 quid, that'll get you a Series S, I think. Yeah. The Series S is like a very, very weak Xbox Series X. So it plays next-gen games, but they look like arse. So I don't know why you would do it. You may as well save up for a Series X. But, you know, if you want to play next-gen games and you don't care about graphics, I suppose it's a good console, I suppose. But may as well just get the Series X or a PS5. But that would get you well on your way. And that would definitely pay for a normal Switch. Damn. Anyway, I rambled long enough. So yeah, thanks for watching WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Next time we're going to have a look at what properties are available, and I'm going to purchase my first house, and we're going to start working on the BwolfTheWolf subscriber house. So once again, go to my YouTube community tab and let me know if you want a room in the house. You should have plenty of time to do it because I'm going to be focusing on the garden and that first anyway, and that should take a while. So you have got time to leave a comment, so there's not too much of a rush, but get it done if you want a room. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, share, and join the pack today.